Yeah, again, we are in Share Your Story Celebrity Show. Our guest for tonight's meeting is Dr. Femi Olulaja. It's nice to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm here. Thank you. Yes, sir. So, having great men like you, well, from this great medical college, we would like to learn from your experience, gain some things there. We won't say that if we're able to go very far because we stood on the shoulders of giants. So we don't want to enter the same potholes. We want to enter the same mistakes. We want to learn from the mistakes and make sure we make our lives better. Okay, so we're asking you a few questions, sir. So the first one goes to us: how were you able to combine your academics with extracurricular activities? Because we know you, sir, to be a man that can multitask. At the point I was like, wow, this guy is doing this, he's doing this, he's doing that. The president also involved in so many activities and still a medical student. Not just 200 level, 600 level for that matter. So sir, how were you able to multitask? How were you able to balance? Because we have mates now, we have students, we have seniors entering the political world. But they are doing well politically, academically is a different thing. So how were you able to multitask, sir?
Alright. Thank you very much for that very wonderful question. First, I'd like to say that whatever we have become, it is by the grace of God. So, to God be all glory. So now, how was I able to multitask as a medical student? And, you guys know I was involved in a lot of stuff in school. So, number one that I'm going to say is delegation strategy. Some 3 years ago, I was at Digital Leadership Academy to take the basic course in leadership. So we learned something. There was a particular course called delegation strategy, and that course really struck me. Now, so when I was Lasucom president or general secretary, PRO during those days, I knew how to delegate. So I had a committee part time until I became president. Then I had ESCO. So I knew right from the beginning that I wasn't meant to attend all functions. I don't need you to know that I'm president to validate my being president. If you like, accept that fact. If you like, don't accept, I'm still president. So you could see that there are some statutory meetings that I was meant to attend. I sent my vice president all through. So we had those kind of, so I was able to delegate, okay, you do this, you do that. And so delegation strategy really helped me. And another thing I can say was helpful is the fact that I understood the basic principles of time management. For each individual, each person has what we call must do. You have will do, then you have can do, and that is the order of importance. Your must do are the things you must do. Your will do, you just necessarily have to do them. But can do, you can do it and you cannot, so that one is majorly by choice. So what I've come to discover is that a lot of us will waste our time on other people's must do. You cannot come here and tell me, Femi, let's quickly do this, because already I've planned my time. I know in the morning I have to read. So for me, I like to wake up very early in the day to read before class, because that is when I have the time to read. During the day, I'm busy with Lasucom work. I'm busy with proposal for one consultant or some SR will just say, Brevis, just try to cook something up and submit. So during the day, I know I'm always busy. So, but then my morning and late in the night, I ensure that I use them very well. So two things I want you to pick out here: time management. Then number two, delegation strategy. As a leader, if you don't know how to delegate, if you're a perfectionist, you want to do everything yourself, you discover that in the long run, you won't be productive. You won't be productive. So delegate to your people, then plan your time very well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I know that's how much I'm going to get from this. Delegation strategy, basic principles of time management. These are the secrets on how to multitask. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate you very much, sir. So now we have another question for you, okay? Did you at any point feel you are on the wrong track of career?
Okay, did I at any point feel I was on the wrong track of career? No, I never felt that way. Although there were a lot of down moments in medical school. Maybe at times you failed in courses, and then at times you get into trouble or problem with your lecturer, consultants, and all that, and you may be discouraged. But then the fact that I never felt I was on the wrong path of career, because before I came to medical school, I knew I wanted MBBS. I knew I wanted MBBS so badly. So coming to medical school is like a dream fulfilled for me. So I know I'm still not on the wrong career path. So before I came to medical school, I felt I was going to be a pediatrician. But then when I got to medical school, the vision got expanded, and God showed me more of Himself and what He actually wants me to do. And so that's when I now know that surely I'm meant to go into public health and pediatrics. You understand? So I feel I'm doing what I should be doing. I feel I'm doing what I want what God wants me to do. So in one way, I'm fulfilling my purpose.
Thank you very much, sir. So talking about the career, you said before you came, you were thinking of pediatrics already. But if you were given the opportunity to study another course aside from medicine, which field would you like to go to?
Alright. If given the opportunity, I would go into finance or economics. I'll go into finance or economics. That's something I really like. I like it a lot. That was when I got to my final year, towards the end of medical school, I enrolled in a postgraduate course. You understand? In one academy, we call it Dr Brevis Academy. We're using University of Lagos. So I did a graduate certificate course in investment banking and finance. So I was able to learn the basics of finance, how to prepare business models, financial modeling, and all of those basic things, Excel and economic analysis, how to make economic researches and all that. So finance, economics is something I really have, something I like so much, because in the long run, those guys, they make a lot of money, and if you sit down with a financial analyst, you know that these guys are intelligent. The way they approach issues, how they analyze things, just impeccable. Great. So that's another thing I would have done if I didn't come to med school.
Wow, finance, money, ego.
Okay, now we'll be going into the commercial break. Stay tuned on your Share Your Story Celebrity Show.
There's a situation, everybody's speculating. They say, what have we done to deserve this constant changing? Father, hear us, cause we trust the failed us. They say, look to the Lord for salvation, and He shall redeem you. Lord, I'm getting frustrated. Yes, I'm losing my patience. I've been waiting for so long. How long will this go on for? Got my back against the wall. I've been waiting for so long. Cause this is who we are. It's our reality. It's our reality now. Cause this is who we are. It's our reality. It's our reality now.
Welcome back on your Share Your Story Celebrity Show. Our guest for tonight's episode still remains Dr. Femi Olulaja, aka Dr. Brevis.
Looking at the four corners of Lasucom, this great, prestigious medical school, and from your experience, you're one time the PRO, the Public Relations Officer of Lasucom, and you became the president of Lasucom. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. From one height to another. So, looking at your experience, what do you think are the prerequisites needed for a medical student to run effectively in the political world? We have maids out there, we have people out there that want to enter into the Senate, we have people out there that want to become Lasumsa executives, and we have those that are currently running. What do you think is your advice?
Right, thank you for that question. When I was in 200 level and a part of 300 level, I was in the Senate. Later I became PRO, later I became General Secretary, and later I became President of Lasumsa, all to the glory of God. And now, one thing I think people who aspire to be in these positions, or people who are there, the number one thing I would like to say is that they should understand the basic principles of leadership. I discovered that a lot of people who know nothing about leadership just run for election, and unfortunately they win. It's not fortunately, unfortunately for the system, they win. And then when they get there, there was a time I was an ESCO, and another ESCO was questioning the powers of the president. I mean, the president is the president. If the president directs you to do some things at his prerogative, you have to do it. You don't have to argue. So you need to understand the basic principles. I mean, the concept of leadership. That's number one. Then number two is, if you are going to run for a particular office in Lasumsa, do well to be prepared before then. So there's this prayer I always pray, that God should give me the grace to prepare for a position before it comes. If you get to a position and you now think you want to start preparing, then you have failed already. You get the point? So people who aspire to be in offices should prepare themselves. You want to be a PRO. Long time ago, a colleague told me he wanted to run for Senate scribe. Good English he couldn't speak. Good letter he couldn't write. Minutes he couldn't write. And he wanted me to vote you as scribe. No, it's not going to work. So whatever position you want to run for, prepare yourself for that position. Preparation is key. Preparation is key. You have to be thoroughly, prepared. You cannot come into an office and you mess up. So be prepared. You want to be a president. There is a particular book, The Rules of Life. I have The Rules of Life. Yes. So, Richard Templar. So there was a particular story. Let me share the story. It's just very short. There was a time he wanted to become the manager of the firm, and then another man was also qualified, but Templar was more qualified compared to the other man, but he didn't make Templar the manager. The only excuse of the board of directors, was that the other guy talks like a manager, he dresses like a manager, he walks like a manager. But Templar, you don't do all that. So whatever you aspire to become, start acting in that way. You want to be the general secretary, start learning how to write good letters. In fact, start writing good letters. Personally, presently now, if you ask me to write a letter, I have my personal letterhead. And this was because I was in the office of general secretary. Before then, I developed an interest and I knew how to write letters very well. I knew how to take minutes and all of those things. So be prepared, prepare yourself very well, understand the principles of leadership, know how to work with a team. It is key. Leadership is not about you. It's not about one person. It's about a team. It's not about one person getting the glory. It's about a team. So know how to work with team. Be emotionally intelligent. Because in leadership, you're going to see a lot of people that are going to offend you, do a lot of stuff that you don't like. So you need to be emotionally intelligent. People, your team members, at some point or the other, they will betray you and you'll feel very sad. But then you have to be emotionally intelligent and you have to accept that what is done is done. You move on with life. So yeah, those are the things I can.
Thank you very much, Dr. Femi. For those out there to run the political world, to be that leader you want to become, first is to understand the basic principles of leadership. Be prepared. Preparation is key. Leadership is not about just one person, it's about the team. And also, it tells us now to be emotionally intelligent. Thank you very much, Dr. Femi. One last question for you.
Yeah, we have one last question for you, Dr. Femi. Session with you has been exciting and inspiring. We greatly appreciate it. So our last question is, what is your last word to What's your last word to
All right. I've been on the campus for a while, and I have seen the way competition occurs here. A lot of people think that they are in competition with the people in their class. It will be detrimental to your person if you think you are in a competition with Osho. The competition you are in is a global one. You are seated here, yet you are competing with brilliant minds from Oxford, from Cambridge, from Harvard. Except you don't want to take over the world. Except you want to forever remain a local champion. But so far you want to get to that top that everybody wants to get to. The competition for you is global. You are competing with best brains all around the world. So my advice for Lasucomite is to think that way. That the competition is global. I'm not competing with Brevis in ex-president. I'm not competing with somebody in so. The competition is global. So once they know that the competition is global, then they know how to be adequately equipped for that global competition. And seriously, by the time we leave this school, you discover that majority of the places you are going to be, you see people from all over the world trying to get into the same position you are aspiring for. You understand? So the competition is global. Let people start to think in that line. There's a kind of mentality that we should have once we know that the competition is global. So that's my advice to Lasucomites. Let everybody know now that the competition we are facing is global. You are not competing with somebody with one Uche in your class, or Tola, or Tijani, or Gomigo, or Shop. No. You are competing with those people with brilliant minds that are in Kenya, South Africa, London, US, Australia, and all of those places. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, Dr. Femi. Change your mindset, Lasucomite. The competition is global. No, this Yoruba adage that says only a one-eyed man that will rule in the midst of blind people. Thank you very much, sir, Dr. Femi.
Greatly appreciate you. It's nice having you on the show. Stay tuned, Lasucomite, on the Share Your Story Celebrity Show. Who's a celebrity, really? Celebrity is you. Thank you very much.